remember that? We actually wasted our time waiting on cues for like a makeup release. Would I do that now? Actually, yeah, I would. Especially for the advent calendars. If the Style Korean one comes back, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm so getting it. Hello and welcome. My name is Fabi, and my channel is Space for Beauty Music, Drama, whenever I have the time to catch up with it, and all sorts of random bits in between. For today's video, we're going to back, back in to spring of 2016, the launch of the infamous Too Faced Peach Palette. Uh, okay, it might be a little of a stretch calling it infamous, but one of the infamous palettes. How about that? How about that? Let's all look back to why it was like chaotic at first. If memory serves me right, this was Too Faced's first fruit scented palette, I believe. Beforehand, they were well known for their chocolate themed makeup from the chocolate bar palettes, the contour powders, and the bronzers. Those were all scented. From their Instagram, the peach palette was announced on March 10th of 2016. It could have been sneaked peeked by former owner Jared Blandino on his personal account, but already I already had a hard time like scrolling way back on Instagram, with Two Faces, Two Faces. Should I just call him TF? Because clearly I can't talk. With their page, it took a good minute. The palette became available for purchase on their website on March 17th of the same year, and no surprise, the palette sold out in a few days after the launch. However, the peach palette became available at other retailers in April, so it's just about a couple weeks afterwards. Um, I don't think I tried to purchase it on the first initial launch. I was still in college at the time, and well, I really couldn't. Well, for a lot of things, I really had no time to hover over my phone until the last final minute to purchase. Um, well, to do it online. Let alone have to go in store for it. I do remember wanting it, and obviously that's how I ended up with it, right? Oh, if you're curious, sorry that I kind of sound a little deep with my voice. I'm still like getting out of like whatever weird cold, flu, something. It was gross. I was slowly feeling better yesterday, but today's considerably better compared to the last few days. If anybody remembers the culture of the beauty community at the time, people, including myself, went bonkers, and I mean like bonkers when it came for limited edition makeup. The FOMO was so real back then. I mean, depending on what it still is here and there, but nothing like back then. Which is so weird to say because it's only like 8 years ago, right? Anyway, um, the palette that I have is not from the initial release, as I kind of alluded to earlier. But because of that, the controversies. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Obviously, the limited edition. Obviously, the limited edition label already made people upset, but that's just part of the story. I was the As I was scrolling, I was surprised, and actually I forgot how many releases Too Faced had that year, and after the release of the Peach palette. Recent launches prior to the Peach palette were the Semi Sweet palette, the PB&J palette, and that one was the smaller one. I mean, it was still part of it was permanent in their line, I believe. And the Chocolate Bonbons palette. I actually do regret not getting the Bonbon palette. That's another video. I almost want to say that Too Faced, as a company, were not expecting the reaction of that first launch. It seems that they wanted to get this one out of the way since the Nikki Tutorials palette launched on August 15th of 2016. And they eventually got bought by Estee Lauder, which I will go in detail in a minute. Although I don't have the full details, and this is just my opinion, it could be possible that both Too Faced and Estee Lauder were in talks about the acquisition before these launches, and even during the early developments of the collection that came out that year. Although I do not have the full details, and this is just my opinion, it could be possible that both Too Faced and Estee Lauder were in talks about the acquisition before these launches, and possibly even during the early developments of the collections that came out that year. Quite possible. In order to convince Estee Lauder on business and creative development potential, Too Faced may have rushed these launches despite having the resources and given the idea that the company had potential for significant growth. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they were trying to prove a point or something, but that's kind of like how it made sense in my head. I tried to look more information on it, and I kind of couldn't. If I find a video that kind of explains that a little better, I'll link it down below. Um, Speaking of controversies, the controversy with Nikki's palette is a whole topic on its own, and there's already plenty of videos on that if you would like to check them out. Again, my opinion. I don't think they gave Nikki the full support on the hype due to the back-to-back releases. I say that because on September 16th of 2016, Too Faced announced that the Peach palette is coming back for December of that year. Uh, People had a lot of feelings, and myself included. Um, it all brings up the stress of the item being a limited edition and manifesting the urge of FOMO. I can't remember if I ordered the palette immediately after the official launch, but I may have, at least with the re-release. Um, I think I did because I vaguely remember being in one of the dreaded shopping queues, especially for Too Faced. I could have. I don't remember. Oh, you don't remember that? We actually wasted our time waiting on queues for like a makeup release. Would I do that now? Actually, yeah, I would. Especially for the advent calendars. If the South Korean one comes back, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm so getting it. If it's anything compared to the one that they released or like super early in the year, like the New Year one that had like 5 sunscreens, sign me up. Sign me up. I want it. Now, I'm not gonna snooze on this one. I learned my lesson. Ooh, no, no, ADHD brain. Come on, bring it back. Finish the paragraph here. Then we'll put that in towards the end. Y'all remember that? Waiting in queues for something that's limited edition? Okay, well, you know what? Not in this economy. Not right now. Not today. Shit. Anyway, those who were lucky and managed to get one during the spring of 2016, it had fairly decent reviews. The palette wasn't anything special color wise. It's neutral with pops of color, and I have it right here. All right. But at least to me, what made it cute, if I don't block my face, well, I'm blocking it anyway. These pink, peachy pink ones were cute, at least in my opinion. I thought the green and the purple and the blue down here were pretty cool. Except on me, and it also could be that the palette's old, they show up kind of black or really muddy. But again, this is like, I think it's like 7 something years old. But usually what I do with my palettes, especially my older ones, is that I'll spray it with like isopropyl, here and there, just to kind of like make sure things don't grow in there. But yeah, I mean, it's just a neutral palette. If you know, if you take those out, you just get um a warm, yeah, like a kind of a warm palette. Mine still smells like peaches though, and it's not like super faint either. It's like definitely not compared to when I first got it, of course, but it's like no, it still smells like. I mean, it could also be that I've been sick too, but no, it still smells like peaches. Um, Overall, at least what really got me was, come on, it's the packaging. It's super cute, big, like gradient. The little embossed peaches, the fact that it's like, I mean, at the time, my like a good chunk of their palettes that were in like the permanent line for the most part were within this tin. And the little peach thingy, the little guy is really cute, and like, and it's totally up, like it's totally Too Faced. It's totally up their alley, right? Super cute. Kind of catches your eye color wise, or at least in the packaging. It's the packaging. I fall for packaging a lot. Should we have like a makeup AA meeting? Not trying to make fun of like sobriety or anything. Let me put that out there. But it's like, should we just like have like mini intervention on the fact that we get, well, at least I do, get gooped by pretty packaging? Yeah, yeah. Oh, side note, like because I'm gonna make a video. There's recent things I've been wanting, but I just can't. I'm not going to. I have too much shit already. But the hourglass ones, the face palettes, the dragon. I want the dragon so bad. I'm whispering because I'd be yelling right now. Anyway, moving on. Um, it's the presentation. It's cute as hell. Like, look. Okay. Because, yeah. Okay. So, the release. Both the release and the re-release. Oh boy. Okay. The release, as a full collection, was a debacle on its own. Uh, I didn't like the promo of the Peach Collection cartoon. I really didn't. It was weird. I didn't like it. I asked myself why I watched the entire thing. I still do. They rushed the collection? Maybe. I can't say since I've never worked there or associated with anything in its development. I'm just a consumer. I think they should have waited a year for the new launch since they were bought by Estee Lauder around December of 2016. Estee Lauder made a press release announcement on November 14th of 2016 regarding the acquisition. Too Faced was sold for approximately, now wait for it, $1.45 billion. Fuck. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Since 1998, Too Faced was an indie brand. With the boom of YouTube and influencers, they didn't have the resources to expand quicker. They expanded, but it just couldn't keep up with the pace, especially with demand. And quality inconsistencies were rampant. And also because I didn't get to use them as much beforehand, and I'm going to take a look at the reviews again, but for example, these two, they just end up looking muddy on me, even though we can clearly see that it's purple. At least this one's purple and this one's blue, but could be the brushes I'm using. I don't know. That's just me. Or because it's old. Or all the above. Um, um, yeah, quality inconsistencies were rampant. And let's not forget about the Nikki palette and, oh man, how all that went down. But we also noticed it with their holiday collections too, from what I've heard. No, I haven't gotten anything from their holiday besides one of their like lippies. This was also the time that consumers became more aware of the manufacturing origin with beauty products. My version here says bulk made in the USA and assembled in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, because it says that right here. I'll put a little screenshot or a better picture of this up here. Um, I don't see an issue with that. Ultimately, it depends on the quality of the raw materials and the chemist. I feel that mine was okay. Do I have better palettes? Absolutely. Do I enjoy it? Fuck yeah. Reminds me of a fun time, sort of, in beauty when I like the shade, and sort of, in beauty, and I like the shades for the most part. It wears okay. Should I have waited knowing that it was permanent at the time? Yeah. But oh well. I'm glad I still have it, and I'm planning on using it. So that's what I'm wearing today. Um, I want to say I already heard of this, but this palette is not on sale anymore, other than resale websites, from what I've seen. It appears that it was discontinued about 2 years ago. I mean, that was a good run when you think about it. The other matte version, um, that one, yeah. That one I did wait for that one to go on sale. It's either that or I got it at TJ Maxx. It was one. No, I waited till it went on sale. Yeah. I remember getting it from Sephora. Wait, false memory. I don't remember anymore. I didn't want to go through that same bullshit again, so I waited for that one. At least. Ooh, the white peach palette. That I really wanted that palette. Because it was kind of the cool tone. Because it was the cool tone version of the matte peach palette, but I couldn't justify it. Then it was too late. Um, yeah, I kind of regret not getting it. But from what I've heard, people said it was ashy. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because it was kind of leaned on the lighter side, if I remember correctly. I did have a lipstick from the Peach collection in red, uh, but it sadly it turned before I got to use it all up. Because it did smell like peaches. I remember trying to busting it out again, and I'm like, nope, it smells like Play-Doh. Um, however, that the lipstick, at least I got that at TJ Maxx, so I'm not that bitter. Um, I really wish though, I wish I got the lip glosses or the blushes. The blush was too similar to the NARS ones I had, so I decided against it. Because the other NARS ones that I had was the Orgasm and Deep Throat. Other than the palettes, I hoard lippies too. So that's why I kind of didn't bother. But I wanted to try them. At least I think there were lip oils, not so much lip glosses. Or is it lip oil gloss? Something like that. I'll put it in the description. Uh, well, for nostalgic reasons, yeah, it holds up. Is it the best? Well, based on how makeup has changed from now compared to 7, 6 years ago, it's definitely different. Or 8 years ago, I should say. Damn, I can't do math. Yeah, 8 years ago. Um, but it's cute. The scents and it still lasts. Like at least in the actual pan. Like luckily you don't smell it when you have it on your eyelids. Do you regret yours or the timing when you got it? Do you still have yours? Let me know in the comments. Right now I'm actually using this as part of my project pan. I would like to at least hit pan on majority of the shades. I have a I know someone has a little kitchen scale around here somewhere, so I just might start like weighing them in like a true project pan. And I need to make some project pan videos too to kind of like with my little hoard and see how much I progress trying to. Um, Without that being said, you're more than welcome to follow me on my socials here. I also have other couple links down in the description box on alternative ways to kind of help with the development of my channel here and it's all the production fun that I get to do. Uh, Oh, so we're super close. Oh, well, actually, not super close, but we're getting closer to 20 subscribers. And once that's reached, another pet video, and this time will be of a. Oh, wait, no, I can't really of the surprise, but I'll just say that they're delicious. They're so delicious. I mean, yeah, there's a food theme here. Um, well, one kind of breaks it, but we kind of a general food theme, and it's one of my favorite foods. And you will get to meet them soon, as long as we reach to 20 subscribers. Um, I hop on Twitch quite a bit here and there, and it's mainly game oriented. And you're more than welcome to head over there and follow me there too, because I'm getting closer to 50. And once we get to 50 followers, I would like to gift at least 2 subscriptions. And yeah, more information on that are coming soon. But yeah, we're getting my little ship is just going oh so steadily. um, but yeah, what other archive? So I'm gonna call it the consumer archive thumbnail picture. Um, of a quick little like visit in history on kind of how we got here. Oop, to how we got here, and I wonder if Too Faced will ever revisit the Peach collection again. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that part of that, like, they really expanded the collection. I've always wanted to try the translucent powder, um, and the matte, the was it a foundation or because it wasn't a CC cream or anything? It was a foundation, right? That one that came in the little pump. I heard good things about that one, especially if we're but it was matte, so for those with like drier skin, I believed it didn't play so well, but usually oily combo, it turned out to be a really nice formula. What palette should I do next or collection? um I think I have an idea for my other ones, but I don't know. I have so many things to go into. um but more to come, more to come. So yeah, I'm a little behind this week. Sorry about that, because again, I'm kind of getting over a cold. But we gotta go. I gotta go. We gotta do shit. We gotta do some shit. I know there's so many shit we need to do. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and this video and pop a comment down there too. Put a little peach over there, but just for the sake of the palette, not because we're applauding butts over here. But nothing wrong with butts. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.